Hey, I'll give you a bit of a rundown on how we work at Rise. So the product organization as a whole, the engineering, product managers, and product designers are working on a modified version of the shape-up method. So the PMs will typically start with a project brief outlining the problem and the jobs to be done. And then they'll do a lot of the discovery work to assess the viability and impact and settle on some success metrics. So as a designer, because collaboration is such a huge part of our work, you can definitely expect to be a part of that process. So jumping in on discovery calls, helping to define the problem, and really being an active participant and collaborator in that. Once we are confident that we're going to undertake the project, that is when we'll start to shape some solutions. So a PM might have some good ideas around what a solution might look like, but those ideas will come to us at a higher level of abstraction. So that might be like a fat marker sketch or a breadboard. And those are really helpful for us as designers because, we want the space to be creative and do that design work without being prescribed any specific solution. Once we're kind of settled on a solution that makes sense and is, we think is solving the problems, then that's when we'll start to do some of the user testing. So as designers at Rise, we are responsible for that user testing. PMs will join us on those calls to help take notes, but it's really up to us to drive those calls. And then once we've completed our set of user tests, that's when we'll document everything, put it in Confluence, and make adjustments to the design as needed. Once we've handed all our work off to developers, that doesn't necessarily mean that developers haven't already been working on the development. Some of the back-end work might be, ongoing as we're doing our shaping. But we want to stay away from waterfalling massive monolithic chunks of work. So, it's all things are happening in tandem, and just makes for a more collaborative environment. Now, that doesn't mean the design work is done. So once developers are working on our solutions, and that's when our big part of our job is design check. So making sure what we have designed is being built properly. Making sure that there's no weird design artifacts and providing regular design checks to make sure things are looking good.